Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Planet Common Sense is proud to present another episode of Laundry Live. And Glenn's sitting here talking to himself again for the first 5 minutes because nobody's in here yet, in spite of the fact that I gave everybody real heads up for this one. Unlike last week, I'm on the right page and everything this time. We have the lovely and talented Rini Balanis is going to share the link over to the Planet Common Sense memes page so everybody can be in on this. I see you out there, Rini. I love you, sweetie. I'm going to do this obviously from, well, I can't do it from both, so I'm doing it from the PCS page, not the memes page. So I'm not going to interact on the other page, but I'll get in there tomorrow when we do the recap on Saturday morning, and I'll catch up with everybody's stuff over there. So feel free on memes to talk amongst yourselves, assuming that everything goes successfully and we're broadcasting from both pages. And thanks, Rini, for stepping up and doing that for me. So here we are again, Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, in front of the Charles L. Bryant Federal Courthouse in White Plains, New York, for another hour of live talk on whatever you bring on PCS Laundry Live. Thank you to everybody for your never-ending support of Planet Common Sense, PCS Laundry Live, Planet Common Sense on Twitter, the YouTube channel, and all that other shit too, PCS memes, everything we do. I love you guys, and there'd be no reason to do it without you. New folks, got a lot of you this week. It was a real good week in G-Land. If you're just joining us for the first time, it's an interactive show, 60 minutes of live talk on whatever you guys come up with. Just toss it in the comments. If you're new, don't be shy. Let us know your name, where you're from, what you're doing here, and what's on your mind. And everybody will welcome you right in to the warm embrace of the Planet Common Sense family. So let's hit the scroll. I have a pretty good idea of what the topic of conversation is going to be for the most part tonight. But I'll defer to you folks and we'll let it go. We had a great week at Planet Common Sense this week. We kind of, I guess we broke out of our probationary period after the 30-day sentence where they were kind of holding things down a little bit. But we really got out there good this week. And it's kind of funny because it was just this one meme that I didn't even think much of. I thought it was all right. It was the one with Nancy and Betty O'Rourke that one a couple of days ago. It's just, it was a throwaway. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was anything great. Fucking thing got 130,000, hit 130,000 screens and got like 3,000 or 4,000 shares and went bananas. And the reach throttle got smashed and we got out there. So I don't know how it's going to last. Last 3 days, we reached about 160,000 screens, which is big numbers, even for back before the 30 days. So I don't want to say we're back to normal because those things are, they're fleeting. Those moments, you got to grab them and ride them. That's why I haven't been that active on the page as far as talking to you guys, because it's just been a huge number of people. And it's tough to maintain that. You kind of like grab it like a wave and surf on it. And it's starting to come to an end today. It tapered off a little bit today. But it was a nice little run there. So thanks to everybody who jumped in and got involved with us and helped us out with that. Everybody who shared. Sharing stuff is paramount. You guys just, here's the thing. Anything you share on this page, and this week was a perfect example of that, because this little throw-off meme, which, again, like I said, it was an all right one, but it didn't catch me as anything that was going to be like, this is going to be awesome. And just boom, somebody shared it somewhere, and it caught fire, and it reached 160,000 screens and got all these shares and blah, 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 blah. That's how this shit works, folks. Like, any one of your shares could parlay itself into that and make the numbers go bananas and make the name get out there more, and is a huge help to me. So thank you for everyone who ever shares anything on Planet Common Sense. Try and keep the quality up so you make it worth your while, and you're not just doing it because I'm asking you to. You're doing it because you want to. But super appreciate anybody who shares anything off of the page. You never know who's going to see that. You never know. That could be just one day the right meme gets shared, and then the right person sees it, or even something I write or whatever it happens to be gets shared and the right person sees it, and all of a sudden, boom, we're all in a whole new world. So thank you for doing that. The other thing too, that I wanted to just touch on before I turn it over to you guys. I'm going to hit the scroll and say hey, and then hand it over to you folks. PCS Memes is just blowing up, folks. It's working out nice. If you don't know, and I've been talking about it, so there's no reason for you not to, but if you don't know, what started out as just like a little lifeboat page, just in case anything went sideways on the regular page, we'd have a place to gather up and meet and figure out where to go from there. After the 30-day jammy, I bumped that up. I ramped it up a lot, and I turned it into a mirror page of Planet Common Sense. So everything that's posted on Planet Common Sense, for the most part, is getting posted on PCS Memes. And it's working nice, and we're growing. We've more than doubled in size in the last month over there. I think we're just tickling 1,300 followers over there now. And I think we were just around 600 before the 30 days. Anyway, without rattling on numbers, which is boring as fuck. It's a huge thing going there, and I appreciate everybody who's jumped on with that. If you haven't yet, go check it out. Just type in, there should be a link somewhere on the page. I don't even know where because I don't pay attention to shit like that. But there should be a link somewhere. If there's not, just type in PCS Memes or Planet Common Sense Memes. If you want to use the tag, it's no puss cookies. So just type in www.facebook.com/no puss cookies, and it'll take you right to the PCS Memes page. Click like and follow over there. Hit see first, and it's a good backup. You're going to get better feed, and you're going to get better access to the content at this time on PCS Memes than you are through the PCS page. Whether that changes, this week was different. The week before that, that's how it worked. Who knows what's going on, but jump on board there, PCS Memes. You might get a better feed, you might get whatever, or you might get nothing at all, but it's just a good backup. All right, let's hit the scroll real quick. See who's here. We got Sharon Mondry's here, AJ Hunkley, Mona Eves, Darla Elkins is with us, Mary Gunny. Mary Gunny, what we talked about during the week, my love, we're going to make that happen this week. You know what I'm talking about. It's our little secret for now, but we'll break that out over the weekend. That thing we talked about, we're going to get that done probably Sunday afternoon, and I will text you or email you or whatever it is, and I'll let you know how that works out, and we'll just keep it as a little surprise for everybody else. We got Tina Van Buskirk Kane is here. I thought I was late. Glad to be here from SoCal, but I'm always late, so you're never late. I'm late, so you don't have to be. That's how it works here on Laundry Live. Bessie Dotson is booing. I don't know why. Bessie, why are you booing? Nancy Walker saying, hello, I got notified. That's a cool thing. V. Marie saying, hi, y'all. Betsy Believable. I love it when you call me senorita. Oh, sorry, wrong Facebook page. I thought it was on KFLN requesting a song. Carry on. I'll call you senorita if that's all it takes. Ha. Love you, Betsy. Bob Martin, hey, got my live notice this week. Too bad there's nothing to talk about. Yeah, I know, it's been a dull week, right? Nancy Lambert Rodriguez, smoke him if you got him. I'm already on it. Sally Hackney saying, hi guys, Bessie Dotson, there's a lot to talk about. Y'all are right. Karen Butler's here. What's up, Karen? Jump in. You never talk. You always just watch. Get in the conversation. Get in the mix. Terry Golden Shares here. Calista Ramirez. Kevin Hamilton. Oh, hello, Mr. Cotter. Mona Eve saying, I got asked what expertise I had in security by some a-hole when I commented about hearsay on another page. I ignored him. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do, Mona Eves. Good job. Linda Bleefnick, myself, waving at myself, I don't know, my husband and my son, all listening to it. Oh, okay, I get it now. Well, welcome to the Bleefnick family. I'm glad you're all here. I hope you're all wearing your PCS t-shirts because I know you all got them. That was, and I think I forgot to talk about this. It happened a while ago, and I'm bringing up a touchy subject right now, but you guys, I told Linda I was going to tell this. I hope it was you. It was you, right, Linda? Just tell me for sure. But Linda had made a deal with Linda's son, who I'm sorry, I don't know your name if you're listening. It was some sort of deal where it was something, there was an exchange of root beer ice pops for a PCS t-shirt. And I think Linda said it was like something like 75 root beer ice pops for one PCS t-shirt. And I thought that was a real good trade. It gave me a sense of value. It put a tangible value to me on the Planet Common Sense t-shirt. And I hope you enjoy your shirts, and I hope you enjoy your root beer ice pops. And I love you guys, and thank you all for being in here tonight. That's very cool. Linda, tell me if I got the story right. It was a long time ago. Terry Scherer says, screw them. I don't even know who you're talking about, but I agree. Mary Gunny, I was glued to it, playing on the background at work. Blood went up. I'm just assuming you're all talking about the impeachment hearings. Yeah. I don't even know where to start. I'm just looking for something to bite on here, with one of you guys has something profound to say about it, because I got nothing. I just, half of me just wants to ignore the whole thing because it's just such bullshit. We all know it. It's not going to amount to anything. It's fucking Little Bighorn. It's the Democrats' last stand. This is it. You're looking at the last hurrah for the Democrats, and it's going to be ugly, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be annoying as hell, and they're going to have no idea it's over when it's over, because they'll just probably try something else. But I think anything after this is going to be pretty futile. I think they're going all in on this one, and that this is going to be it. There'll be a lot of you, when I said that during the week, a bunch of you people are like, oh, you underestimate them and blah, blah. Whatever. There's been 400 bullshit fucking ruses to try and take this president down over the last 3 years. Every single one of them has failed beautifully. And we sat here and watched, and we chuckled and laughed and talked about it online and talked about it on the show. And that's all it is. That's it. So if you think I'm underestimating, you think they got something up their sleeve. They've been working this problem for 3 years now. The problem being Donald Trump and having no idea what to do about him. They've been working this problem for 3 years, and they haven't made a dent in it. So anybody, what makes you think that this is going to be any different than any of that? It's going to be bullshit, it's going to fail, and it's going to be, move on to the next thing. They'll bring in another, fake sexual assault actress, or whatever, fucking Trump got a library book back late in, 1953. It's going to be some shit like that. Whatever. It's going to be residual bullshit. This is it. This is Pelosi's last stand. This is Dutch's last stand. Buck Custer. This is Dutch's last stand. This is Little Bighorn. And it's going to be big, and it's going to be ugly, and we're going to ride it like that wave I was talking about before. And, I'm not going to even get into particulars, because I'm sure you guys got plenty on that. And I'll grab onto what you're saying about it, and we'll talk about that as we go. But, off we go, man. Here we go. Bessie Dotson, when I get paid, I will order a Puss Cookie shirt. Yeah, Bessie, you know what? We kind of put a hold on the Puss Cookie shirts for now, purely because it just wasn't happening. Nothing was happening with it for whatever reason. Whether the shirt sucked or it was just bad timing or whatever the case may be. So hold your money. You can send me money if you want. I don't mind. No, don't do that. We're going to hold off on that for now. We'll talk about it. We'll talk with the inner circle and get some opinions and stuff. And we'll see what we'll do about any kind of shirt or any kind of swag going forward. And you guys had some good ideas about that. Maybe doing something different. We're looking at maybe a coffee mug or a tote bag, or I don't know. There's a million different things I can slap the PCS logo on and put out there. The problem is I can't do them all at once. I got to pick something because I'm a one-man show, and I'm running 2 web pages, the tweet, the YouTube channel, and it's more, again, here I go bitching about all my hard work. Haha, poor baby. Shut up. Whatever the case may be, I really can't do more than one thing, maybe 2 things at a time right now. So variety's lacking, and that's part of the problem that I just didn't foresee being an issue. But anyway, getting back to the original point, Bessie, hang on to that money, because we're not doing a shirt currently. I still got some of the old ones left. If you want one of the black ones with the green print on it, I got probably half a dozen of those left in a few different sizes. But if anybody wants those, let me know. We're holding one for a contest, which we're doing this week, and I still haven't thought of a good one yet. I got some ideas, and I'll share that as we get closer to it. But it's going to be, I fucked up too. This week is the 2nd anniversary of Planet Common Sense on Facebook. And I thought it was Thursday, but it's not. It's Tuesday, October 1st. We launched on October 1st, 2017. The problem is it's a Tuesday night, and Tuesday is the night I have dinner with my kid, and I don't like anything interfering with that. It's like the one thing I just put everything down for and I go do. And don't do PCS and don't do anything. Is just spend that couple hours with the kid. We don't see him as much. He's growing up now, and he's got his own little life, and he's got his own work and stuff, and we just get together and have dinner that night, and I just don't like anything interfering with that. So I kind of just go away for that 2 hours or so that night. So I don't know. I'm still undecided if we're going to do some sort of thing on Tuesday on the anniversary or on Wednesday, which is the 2nd. Yo, October 2nd. I got to tell you about October 1st, October 2nd too, but I'm not going to do that tonight. It's a weird day for me. A lot of things have happened to me on October 2nd. Maybe I'll get into it later if my muse grabs me by my ear and says go. But anyway, getting back to the original point, we're going to do a t-shirt contest related to that. Do some sort of a live show related to that, and just going to celebrate not so much, me or the page, but you guys for making this happen, because you really made it blow up and explode and be what it is now. So it's a celebration of all of you as much as it's anything else. But we're going to get to that too. But again, no Puss Cookie t-shirts right now. Still got a few of the black ones left. You can email me at planetcommonshirts@gmail.com if you want one of the black ones that I got left over. But we'll move forward, and as soon as we come up with something new, we will certainly let you know about that. I'm way behind on the scrolling out. Karen Butler said, hey, don't just say hey just to throw something out there because I called you out. Participate. Welcome anyway. You could just sit back and listen if you want, whatever you want to do. We got Linda Samalink Sweeney. Hi, still need a t-shirt. And see, I got behind on the scroll, and I just did a 5-minute rave about the t-shirts, and now I'm reading t-shirt comments. Bessie Dotson, I am in my PJs. Ooh, passing on that one. Linda Bleepnick, 72 root beer popsicles. He's a manager in the frozen dairy department of a grocery store. So, it's like fucking Bitcoin. One Planet Common Sense t-shirt, black with green, is worth 72 root beer popsicles, and that is been assessed by the manager of a frozen dairy department of a grocery store, who I would presume would have some sort of knowledge and understanding of what cross-market value is between a t-shirt and root beer popsicles. So I'm taking that as valid. One Planet Common Sense t-shirt on the open market is worth 72 root beer popsicles, thanks to Linda Bleevnick's son. And I still don't know your name. Somebody tell me his name so I don't have to be like a rude douche and just say Linda Bleevnick's son. Sally Hackney, this impeachment bullshit is a great fundraiser for the president. $8.5 million in small dollar donations in the 48 hours just after Nancy, the Duchess of Dementia Pelosi, handcuffed the Democratic Party to this giant fucking rock that's going to get tossed into the sea on Election Day in 2020 and sink the Democratic Party. That's a tweet from Eric Trump, if I'm not mistaken, said that. I don't know if it was Junior or if it was Eric Trump. Said they had $8.5 million in small dollar donations from across the country in the 2 days after Dutch dropped this fucking ridiculous bomb. So thank you, Nancy Pelosi. We appreciate that. You're the biggest fundraiser for the Republican Party, possibly in the history of it. Keep talking Dutch, you babbling old sot. You ginned up, wrinkly old twat goblin, miserable idiot. Please, for the love of all that is good, keep talking, because we can use the money. I might hire you to talk shit about me and get people start sending me $8.5 million. What do you think of that? You could be like a lobbyist. You can come and just say bad shit about Planet Common Sense, and people will send me money because they hate you so much. I think that's a wonderful working relationship, and it's something we should look into once your cracked old ass is out of office. Well, you're going to be like 100 years old by the time that happens, so I don't know how much it'll be worth to me. But anyway, moving along. Terry Scher saying, I don't know, they're like cockroaches. I'm guessing you're ripping back on what I was saying about how they just got nothing. Man, they got nothing. They got nothing. This is 2020 campaign. This is the platform. Impeach Trump. That's it. And then people ran on that too. People ran for office in the midterms. We're going to impeach Donald Trump. We're going to impeach that motherfucker. Blah, 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 blah. And now they got to deliver. So of course they're going to do it. Of course that's going to happen. So that's part one. Nadler, ran for re-election. Or he ran. I was just watching some videos. I spent a lot of time watching videos yesterday. We almost did a watch party on one. But Nadler ran for the head of the Intelligence Committee, the Judicial Committee, I guess. He's the Judicial Committee, and that meth-eyed goon fucking Schnifty is the head of the Intelligence Committee, which is hilarious, but I'll set that aside. But he one of the promises he made to the body of the Democratic Party was, if you make me the head of this committee, we're going to impeach Trump. So what's he going to do now? Like, he's gotta, promises made, promises kept, right? So that's part of what that's all about too. Well, yo, what's up, homie? With the low rider and the music blasting out the window so everybody can hear it. Yo, that's rude. Okay, here we go. Mary Gutty, let's hope Custer's last stand. Good. Mona Eves, some crazy broad told me I would understand better if I watched the hearing. Yeah, I did that. Ignored her too. I'm getting good at ignoring. And I hope you watched it on the PCS watch party for it, because that was kind of fun. I wasn't in it a lot because I was at work, but I just saw it start and I popped it up real quick, and it seemed like a lot of people checked in throughout. Like, it was like 3 hours long. I just let it roll. I got it up on memes and I got it up on the regular page. And yeah, I mean, I just don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's just silly, crazy shit, man. AJ Honkley, they'll dig up another chunk of pyrite sometime in the next 13 months. Of course they will. They're not going to surrender. They're not going to roll over. But do you think, I think what the thing's going to happen, though, is they're going to drag this out. Here's another thing, too. And again, going back to this bunch of videos I was watching yesterday, I just got a little better insight on it. Because, yeah, I watched, chunks of the actual hearing and all the bullshit that went down. But I went and I just watched like after videos about it too, just responses to it. And the fact is, and I alluded to this in a post either earlier today, I guess it was yesterday morning. Nothing changed yesterday, structurally, infrastructure, whatever you want to call it. They're not doing anything different today, 48 hours later, than they were before this happened. They were investigating him. Nadler was working on it. Schnifty was working on it. Maxine was squeaking and squawking about it and not doing anything at all. But that's her role. And all of this has been going on. It's nothing new. It's just they tagged themselves in it now. Nancy tagged the Democratic Party on this thing now, and now they own it. They just fucking own it. But the problem is they have no direction. They have no plan. They don't have a charge. They don't have one single thing that qualifies as a high crime or treason. Nothing. Or a misdemeanor even. Nothing. They have, we lost the election in 2016 and we hate the orange man. That's all they have. And they're constructing shit that they're going to try. But the problem is they still don't have anything. They said they're going to do it, but they don't have a thing to do. So now they're compelled to build something. And it's a lot harder to step back from and to walk away from. The other thing, and I started talking about it the other day, and it just started getting ponderous to me. I couldn't condense it down into something that I felt comfortable posting. Excuse me. Pelosi caved on this thing. I do not think for 1 minute that the old sea hag wanted to commit herself to this. I don't think she wanted anything to do with it, because she's been saying as much for weeks, months now, okay? It's like, I don't think we really have enough. She's been dancing around it, not committing to it, not pulling the trigger on it. And here's the thing, I've been doing Twitter now for a couple months, and you guys, I've been telling you all about that. Come and follow me on Twitter. If you do Twitter, it's at GlennPCS. Come and look me up and hook up with me there. But I go to her feed, and Nancy, you gotta love her, that poor old crotch. She'll post something on Twitter. She'll tweet something. And it could be about anything, okay? It could be about shit Donald Trump did, or it could be about, whatever, anything at all. And you go in the comments after her tweet, and it's just chock full of a string of idiot tweeter-crats, whatever you want to call them, just tweeting, why aren't you impeaching him? Why aren't you impeaching him? You're not impeaching him. You're failing at your job. Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you impeaching him? Just one after another, after another, after another. And then you go to her next tweet, and it's about a completely different topic, unrelated to anything with Donald Trump. And again, you get 1,000 tweeters just saying, why aren't you impeaching him? Impeach him. Why don't you impeach him then? Why don't you impeach him? Why aren't you impeaching him? Why aren't you impeaching him? Why aren't you impeaching him? Just one after another, after another. She's getting barraged with this shit because these people don't, and half of them, more than half of them, most of them have no idea what an impeachment entails or what it means. They think, and this sounds like hyperbole, but a lot of them, I truly believe this, a lot of them say the word impeachment, hear the word impeachment, and they think when and if Donald Trump gets impeached, he's going to be gone, and Hillary Clinton's going to be the president. Like, they don't understand the scope, but they don't understand what a grievous thing that is to do to the country, what an invasive, just upsetting thing that is for everyone, them included, going after a president like that. We've done it 3 times, 2 times. 3 times it was brought up, twice it was enacted and put into effect. No one was ever taken out of office by it. And the fact is that the only 2 people who have ever been impeached were Democrats. The only one who was a Republican, all right, not to, play, all right, well, we kind of got off the hook on a technicality. Okay, Richard Nixon. He didn't get impeached because he resigned beforehand. Whatever. He was a good president. He fucked up. 18 minutes of missing tape is a fucking fraternity prank compared to 33,000 deleted emails. So let's put Richard Nixon in perspective and the Watergate scandal into perspective. Going back to the point, these people just don't understand what impeachment means and what it'll do to a country and what it makes us look like on the world stage and how vulnerable that makes us look on the world stage. You people are idiots that are crying for this without cause. If there's cause, then do it. Of course do it. No matter who he is. If Donald Trump committed crimes, I'll be the first in line saying go. But he didn't. You're making this up because you're still trying to win the 2016 election for that miserable old twat goblin, lying, corrupt, national security risk gargoyle, pantsuited wraith bitch who's, after 40 years of training, got her ass kicked by a billionaire reality TV show host who took up politics as a hobby. That's what's behind the impeachment movement. Off I went, and I got 10 minutes behind on the scroll again, so I'm going to bypass some stuff. I'm trying to give this back to you guys, but you won't let me. Kevin Hamilton, it's like watching a losing NFL team. Every time they try to game up, they fumble the ball or just possession. What's their record now? 0-3, 0-4. I guess you're talking about the New York teams. I think they're like a combined 0-8. You know what, though? It's worse than that. Like, what could you think of that's worse than like the worst team in the NFL just fucking up and being inept? Like, it's like watching like a quadriplegic drown. I mean, it's hard to like make it tangible how pathetic it is. But that's whatever, Calvin. Good look. Bessie Dotson, LOL, Glenn, you can send me money. I won't mind. Let's all send each other money. That'd be cool. But then we'd all just end up with what we had. Susan Levy, I hope the source for the whistleblower gets raked over the coals. Treason. That's another thing too. Who is this person? It's gonna, how hilarious would it be and how delicious would it be if it's James Clapper or or John Brennan or one of those fucking meatheads, like just and it's not, but it's gonna end up. I don't know who does anybody have any idea, or is anybody even speculating who it is at this point? Like, I don't know. I haven't really, as ironic as it sounds, as weird as it sounds, I haven't been paying that much attention to the details of it. And that's what, maybe I'm just taking it too, I don't know. I'm just laughing at it. I'm half laughing, half crying. It's like that meme I put up today. Like, I'm really torn on this. Like, I'd like the whole friggin' ridiculous debacle to just go away, but I'm having so much fun with it. So I don't know. I'm beating myself up like I did in the meme. That's a good meme. Hey, what'd you guys think? Let me know what you think of the new header, because I thought that was kind of cool, but what do I know? So if it sucked, let me know and I'll change it. Moving along. Mona Eves, how does Hildebeest have the balls to even say impeach? Hello, Slick Willie. But you know what? She had the balls to say that he's not a rapist. She had the balls to say that he did not send any classified emails. She had the balls to say that she didn't know that C on the top of a classified email meant classified. She thought it meant cooking and put it up on Pinterest. Thought it was a recipe. So yeah, if you're worried about like the level of balls, the level of testicular fortitude that Hillary Clinton has for lying about things, boy, you're not paying attention, Mona. She's got a lot of balls for that sort of thing. So that's the answer to that one. Terry saying, who is the whistleblower? Melody Wood Strange. It's my birthday. Everybody, let's sing happy birthday to Melody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Melody Wood Strange, from your PCS family. Happy birthday to you. How old are you? Nah, you don't have to tell us. Happy birthday, Melody. Thanks for popping in here on this important day and just coming to say hi to us. Very cool. Hope you have a great time and you get treated like a queen tonight. Teresa Naw, no doubt part of Brennan's crew. Does he still have security clearance, by the way? Fucking John Brennan can't even go into Costco. Does he have security clearance? He's an idiot. I hope it's him, that big Easter Island-headed goon. I can't wait until he's in jail. Oh, they're going to love him at the cell block debutante ball. I hope they have a video on camera on him like a fucking 24/7 reality show of him getting stooped over and hollowed out in jail when they finally grab that scumbag. Don't aggravate me on Friday night. No talking about John Brennan or Hillary Clinton. You're right. Terry saying, I think they took his security clearance. Yeah, they took his security clearance away. Remember that whole big debacle with like a year ago when they made a whole big issue out of it and like he was all crying and weepy and shit like that. And I made a bunch of good memes about it. And wow, you poor baby. What do you need a security clearance for, you scumbag? Susan Levy, I want a PCS bumper sticker and PCS tote bag with a goldfish on them. Why a goldfish? I'm just, out of curiosity. I mean, anything's possible, but we're going to work on all that stuff. We'll get something happening. Kimberly Elmore, hi friends. I didn't get the notification, but I'm here now. Yeah, it's funny you said that because a bunch of people said they did. I don't know anything about the notification, to tell you the truth. I don't know if you have to hit a button to get notified. Like I know on the Planet Common Sense channel on YouTube, there's a button you can hit if you want to get notifications. Like you can just subscribe and leave it alone, or you can subscribe, which you should, and also hit a button to be notified when anything new gets posted. And I did that on a couple of pages that I follow, and it's a little annoying, but just pretend I didn't say that and go ahead and do it anyway. But I don't know if there's something you got to hit on that. So if anybody knows, let Kimberly know, and just post it in general. If there's anything you have to do to get the notifications going, because I honestly don't know anything about that. I don't know much about anything. I just let my mouth go. Janet Campagna, Florida here. America strong. Rock on. Mary Gunny. So what about the script? Start of hearing bold-faced lying narrative to start the hearing. There's a lot of lying going on. You know who's another one too? And I dismissed him before, but you know what? Let's talk about that beady-eyed little dick, Adam Schiff, who said right out loud in front of everybody on, I guess, C-SPAN, and anybody could see it, that Donald Trump in the phone conversation mentioned Joe Biden's name 7 times, and he was very particular about 7 times. He said his name 7 times. He didn't say his name even once. Not even once. What are you talking about, you geek, you pencil-neck douche? You're just lying to people, and they're idiots, and they believe you. And you can go and read the transcript. Biden's name doesn't come up once in the transcript, and you just said to your idiot minions, he said his name 7 times. No, he didn't. Unless there's something I missed. Whatever, I'm not a congressman. I'm not the head of the Intelligence Committee. So I don't have access to what you have. Maybe you saw something I didn't. But I didn't hear him say Biden's name once, you geek. 7 times. So yeah, there's no lack of lying going on about this shit. And it's nothing anybody should be surprised about, because there's always lying going on with these scumbellies. So you guys are doing great tonight. You're just tossing them out. I'm running with them. This is really working out nice. I hope it's going good on memes. Hey, what's up, PCS memes? How you guys doing? Maybe we'll do like one show where I work on the main page here, and like another show, or let's do like, you know what? Like I talked about the other day, like we do it like electoral college style, where like since there's this many followers on Planet Common Sense and less followers on PCS memes, PCS has like 10 electoral votes to the 1 electoral vote that PCS memes has. So I kind of have to defer to the majority. I don't know how I came up with that. Anyway, we'll work something out. So maybe I'll do the show maybe 3 times a month from PCS and once a month from PCS memes. But PCS, watch out, because if PCS memes keeps blowing up like this, they're going to surpass us. I'm fighting with myself now, like in that fucking stupid meme. And I'll you know what? Then they're the winners. Then they're the beta page. They're the alpha page. We're a long way from that. Don't worry. We'll probably all be kicked off Facebook by the time that happens. So don't sweat it. AJ Hunkley, you can always refer to AOC, much more local, man. I should run against her. Just for the debates, I should run against her, because don't get me going, AJ. Kimberly Elmore, this is such craziness, it's laughable. We got Mona E saying, oh my God, Mad Max, yeah. Mad Maxine, impeach Bodie Pie. Yeah, for what? For what, Max? Let's talk about your four-time defending making of the most corrupt member of Congress championship, which is one more titles as most corrupt Congress than you have bills passed in Congress, which I just love that little factoid. And you can look it up, it's for real. Maxine Waters has been named the most corrupt member of Congress 4 times in 26 years in Congress, and has only had 3 bills passed in Congress. So chew on that for a little while and see how seriously you take that big 200-pound pile of beef jerky. Bessie Dotson, you don't like me. What do you mean? Why don't I like you? I love you. Mike Petty, hey y'all, sorry I'm late, had to work late. Oh man, you know what? You're not a Democrat, you're not a left hole, so you got to do what you got to do. Come in and get a few minutes, watch what you missed on the replay. Deanna Aiken-Loden, we have to have him arrested or he'll be reelected. And that was another meme today. Impeach him. Worst case scenario. You're impeached and you get removed from office. Fine, I'll just run again in 2020 and win in a landslide. How delicious would that be? That's a pipe dream, but he's not going to get impeached. I'll tell you, this off the top of my head, right now in the early stages, here's my prediction. They vote to impeach him in the House. Honestly, I don't think Cocaine Mitch has the stones to stand up to putting that in front. I don't think he's going to do it. I just don't think he's going to bring it to the Senate. If he does, I can't imagine any way possible that they're going to get a 2/3 vote in the Senate to impeach this president and remove him from office. And if it does, and if they do, he could literally just re-enter the race for 2020 as a candidate and still win. And you know what? It's going to energize the voting base like crazy. Look what this crazy old sea hag, just bringing it up 2 days ago, did for the campaign coppers. $8.5 million in 2 days. What do you think impeaching this guy is going to do to the voter base? You're going to get more people to come out and vote for Republicans than in the history of this country. Again, this is just me spewing. This is just me just tossing out theories, but just look around and see what's going on. Look at the trends. Look at the underlying trends. Don't fucking watch CNN. CNN told you Hillary Clinton had a 95% chance of winning the election at about 5 minutes to midnight on election night in 2016. Don't listen to MSNBC. Don't even listen to Fox or even... Look at the trends. Look what people are saying. Go to those pages. Go to CNN on their page, on their Facebook page, and look at the comments. Because you know what? Everything they post, we're like, you go to Breitbart, and it's like maybe the comments on Breitbart are maybe 95% in agreement with what they post, and the 5% people trolling the page. Go to CNN, and it's like 50-50, with people agreeing with it, and Trump people saying you guys are assholes. You suck. You're fake news. Go to MSNBC. Go on their Twitter pages. Like I was just talking about Pelosi and her Twitter. You go to like Trump's page or anybody's Twitter, and you look at what they tweet, and you look at the comment, and it's just like 100%. Yeah, we're behind you. We got you. MAGA, KAG, whatever you're gonna do. Then you go to Nancy Pelosi's, and it's like 90% people are bashing her. It's just crazy. Kamala Harris the other day too. This happened a week ago, where she said something. I don't even remember what it was about. And I counted off 100, the first 100 comments on her tweet. And 99 of them were just bashing the shit out of her. And one of them was one person saying, you guys are mean. It was beautiful. But just look at those trends. Look at the underlying things. This is, I'm not looking for a pat on the back, but I'll tell you what, that paradigm right there is exactly how I was able to say back in July of 2016, confidently, that Donald Trump was going to be the president of the United States in 2016. Anybody who was around, back me up. If you remember me saying that, I was one of the first people that said it, and people were laughing at me. I'm like, Trump's going to be the president. I'm telling you, watch. Because I was looking at shit like that, instead of listening to what I was told. Don't let people tell you stuff. Don't let me tell you stuff. Go find out for yourself. Look for those underlying trends. Look what the people are saying. Not what the talking head on the TV is telling you. Not what the politician is telling you. Not what some idiot animated carbon-based stage prop Hollywood dumb twat is telling you and tweeting. Look what the people are saying. And that's your trend. And you know what? Shit like that is making it so I can just not have a troubled heart about this whole thing. I'm confident nothing bad's going to come down from this. And it's because of that. It's because of the way I look at this stuff. So I'm giving up the tips here. I'm giving up the whole Glenology of political procrastinating. You know what the word I'm looking for is, procrastinating. Not procrastinating, but it sounds like that. Prognosticating. That's the word. The University of Glenn prognosticating 101. That's how you do it. Watch what the people are saying and doing, not what you're being told is happening. Going back to the scroll, we got Tom Sullivan. I survived today's imaginary cover-up of an imaginary cover-up. Must have missed that, so tell me about it. Terry, yes, they don't realize that Pence will be president. Pence will be president if you impeach Donald Trump, you morons. Hillary is not going to be the president. The line of succession goes through everybody before it gets back to Hillary. Okay? She's used up, she's spent, she's irrelevant. On the dark side of it is she's loud and obnoxious and has a loud and obnoxious fan base that lets her be loud and obnoxious because she's got somebody to perform for. Kind of like me on a grander scale. Except you guys aren't obnoxious, you're just a little loud. And so am I, except I'm obnoxious. I'm vocally dyslexic right now. You got me wound up. We're talking about Hillary a lot. You know what that does to me. After 35 episodes of PCS Laundry Live, you know what talking about the twat goblin does. Doing a quick time check. We got about probably 20 minutes left because I started late. I think I started late. So back to it. We've got AJ Huckley. Please impeach him. And when he goes to the Senate, Trump's defense can subpoena anyone to testify under oath. We'll need a lot of popcorn for that. They're just digging it deeper and deeper. And they're reveling in it. They're enjoying the hell out of it. It's like somebody won the Super Bowl and shit. They're cheering. It's hilarious. What a lost demographic, man. What a lost demographic. Reach out to this is another thing, and it's just always been an underlying theme for me. And it's tough to approach. It's not tough to approach. I just haven't found the right way yet because I haven't put the time into it to write it out. And it'll be one of those long, ponderous pieces that I write that some of you tell me you like, but I always kind of feel funny about putting long form stuff up. You gotta find, and this is a good, I think this is in general, but in this particular situation, this is pretty pertinent. You gotta find your counterpart on the left, okay? They're not all insane. They're not all the people ranting and raving on social media. They're not all the people tweeting, impeach Trump, orange man bad, how dare you, that little potato head girl from Sweden. There's somebody out there who's a rational, intelligent person, who's your equal, who's your doppelganger on the other side of the aisle. They're there. Trust me, they're there. They're elusive, but they're there. Who's the same intelligence as you, who's the same rationality as you, who just wants what the best thing is, okay? You got to find that person and see how they feel about all what's going on right now. Because I got to believe that a good chunk of the Democratic base has got to be looking at this saying, oh, man, oh, boy, what a mess this is turning into. What a fucking circus this is turning into. We're just done. And you hear them talking about it too. I mean, there's people coming out online and saying that stuff too. It's you don't hear it a lot. You don't hear it as much as the loud, obnoxious part of the Democratic Party, the leftistas. as Linda put it a couple of days ago, which is beautiful. I've used that word before, but I'll credit Linda with that. And again, going back to like what I started saying, it's like those people are out there, man. You can't write them off, and we got to find a way to communicate with them. You got to find your counterpart on the left, who you can sit down and talk to and respect and understand, where you can listen to what they say, and maybe some of what they're talking about is cool, and they can listen to what you say, and maybe they'll think some of what you're talking about, and you find your way to the middle, and you find agreement, and you find consolation. You just find that middle ground. We got to find those people, because it's the only way we're going to work our way out of this disaster. Or we'll have a big civil war and fucking just kill each other, because that's the alternative to that. But in this particular situation, I just love to hear what the rational, intelligent left counterpart has to say about what they think about this whole impeachment debacle. We got to come up with a good name for this, because saying impeachment is just not my style. I got to come up with a name for it. I've been remiss about that. It's still kind of new, but I'll come up with something good. You can count on me. Jeff Fitzsimmons, the House is using impeachment as a scare tactic. If the House ever gets the balls to impeach and goes to Senate discovery, kicks in, and all kinds of subpoenas will fly, the Democrats don't want that. Here's another thing too, and this is another thing I gleaned from watching a bunch of videos in the last couple of days. You're killing impeachment as a valuable tool, as a valuable component of our government, of the way America works. Impeachment is a grave, important, impactful thing. It's important that we have that mechanism to get a bad president out of the White House. It's critically important. And these people taking that sacred thing that we need to have in place, and that we need to be valid, and that we need to be a strong statement to say to a president, you can't do this stuff and be the president of the United States. They're completely corrupting that. It's the same thing that started happening years ago, when people started calling everything, you're racist. You're a racist, that's racist, you're a racist, that's racist, blah, 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 blah. And it became, racist was the new ranch dressing. Just sprinkle it on everything in your life that tastes shitty and make your whole world taste better. Okay, but they corrupted that word. They took the power out of that word. That used to be an important word. Like, 5 years ago, if somebody said to you, you're a racist, you'd have freaked out. You'd be like, well, shit, man, what did I do? I don't want to do that again. I'm horrified. I'm mortified that somebody thinks that. Somebody says that to you now, you laugh at them. It's like, and it's like, you could be like, Stephen Curry missed a foul shot last night. You're a racist. What the fuck are you talking about, you idiot? They completely devalued that, and that's an important word. That was an important, valuable, impactful word. And it's not anymore because of that, because of overuse, trivializing it, and making it less impactful than it should be. And that's what they're going to do with this too. The longer they go on with this tombuckery of trying to impeach this man for nothing, they're going to demean the whole mechanism. They're going to demean and devalue and take away the impact of what impeachment means. And that's critical. It's a travesty that this is happening. Again, and I end up saying this every week, I don't have an answer to that. I make the best questions, but I have no answers, so I suck for that, I guess. But you gotta think about these things, man. So much damage is getting done to this country by this ridiculous, it makes me speechless, and that's fucked up, because that doesn't happen. I could talk about anything, and I don't know what to say. I just don't, there aren't words. I'll make words up, I guess. Like, I have to make up new words. This is why I make up words. Shit like this, because I don't even know what to say about the shit that's going on right now. So if you guys got anything, spit it out. Very gunny. The elites can't stand that a businessman showed them up. They hated him since the beginning. They hated him as soon as it looked like he was going to be a player in the game in the middle of 2016. That's when they started this. They hate him. And they didn't. And then the irony of that, half these Hollywood douchebags that hate Trump now and tweet about him, that Lego-headed dumb bitch with John Lesbian, I just called him John Lesbian. That's pretty, I don't know if that's Freudian or just stupid. John Legend's wife, or any one of them, any of them. These people loved him. They hung out with him. They took pictures of him. They certainly took his money, didn't they? And now they hate him. So that says a lot too. That tells you a lot right there. I'm going to scroll ahead. I got to catch up. I talked way too much tonight. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. You guys let me know. Terry, I hope the sisters get Brennan. Don't know who the sisters are, so tell me about that. Bessie Dotson, I think he forgot he took yous to the bear. I don't know what that is. That's it. See, that's better. Make me laugh. Friday night, we're dancing into the weekend. Everybody chill, have a drink, smoke a joint, whatever. Bob Devin, when you open the live video, it should give the option to be notified when PCS goes live. Everybody, pay attention to Bob Devin. When you open the live video, it should give the option to be notified when PCS goes live. So I got to do my homework. I got to do my little project and take some screenshots and get that all set up. And I'll come with some visual aids during the week. And I'll let you know how to do that all probably. Thank you, Bob Devin, for getting us filled in on that and making up for my complete ineptitude as a tech guy. I'm creative. I'm not technical. Mona Ease, Glenn, I do remember all her lies. Just mind-boggling that she can't sit down and shut up. Yeah, you know, you don't get to be a Hillary Clinton without having a empirical yawns, I guess, you know? And you almost kind of can say it respectfully in from some perspectives. It's like, she's a ballsy bitch. Because no normal human being acts that way. It's a sick thing. Then there you go. I mean, that's just that. Thankfully, you don't get a lot of Hillary Clintons because of that. So it's like natural deselection. It keeps you from having a fucking horde of pantsuited wraiths walking around the United States, because most people just don't have that in their DNA to be that much of a scumbag. So thanks for small favors, I guess. Deborah Patera, finally here. Hello, everybody. And we're just getting ready to say goodnight. I'm glad you're here, Deborah. Catch the replay. Terry Golden Shear, Schiff, bug-eyed cocksucker. I have nothing to add to that. Thank you for that. That was beautifully said, Terry. Deborah Patera, the best part of Ship ran down his mama's leg. Mona Eves, you should run. No. I'm going to repeat that. Mona Eves said, you should run. Listen, everybody listen. No! It's a terrible idea! Glenn can't run for office. Here's another thing, and again, I'll keep going back to this. Like, I spent some time, I don't do this a lot. Like, I do it usually like when I'm like laying in bed and ready to fall asleep. I'll watch some videos and watch a little porn, whatever. But I sat down and I watched a block of, and I'll tell you the one, and I'm still going to do this. I'm going to put it up as a watch party because it was great. I should do that over the weekend. This one where Scalise and Kevin McCarthy and Jim Jordan just tag team the Democrats. It must have been right after the hearing let out, or the statement let out, or whatever it was. And they were awesome. They body slammed and they named names and they just ripped everybody to shreds. And it was beautiful. And it was about 20 minutes long. And I think it was worthy of a quick watch party. So I'm going to put that up as a watch party, maybe Sunday afternoon or something like that. But again, I started watching some C-SPAN, and I started watching, you know, those things where like they're just covering these hearings and stuff. I wouldn't last 5 minutes in that environment. They dragged me out. They just dragged me out with the, you know, motion to declare this something in the middle of your talk. I hate being interrupted, first of all. It drives me out of my fucking mind. And that's all they do, apparently, on C-SPAN, at least anyway, when they're doing these things. I'm just watching a video. What do I know? I'm an idiot talking into a phone on a corner on a Friday night. But I could not tolerate the interrupting. And especially who it's coming from. I'd flip a fucking table over. I'd totally lose my shit and get kicked out. I would be impeached, and they would be completely justified in impeaching Glenn and kicking him out of Congress if he ran for Congress, because I would lose my shit and start flipping tables and choking somebody. I couldn't tolerate it. You know, I'm not a violent person, man. Violence is never the first option. But nah, that's a terrible idea. I like that you said that. I love you for it, but no, Glenn doesn't run. Glenn running for office is just an awful idea. So forget that. I would pay to see you debate AOC. See, I'd debate her. Like, if it was just like, let's just throw down. Let's just raise some money for charity, you circus monkey. Let's have a debate. That would be so much fun. Don't make me dream. Don't make me dream. Mike Petty. Yes, had to make a few more bucks for the leeches. Mona Eves, the Senate hearings would be mind-blowing, and lots will come out that they don't want out. A bunch should be running scared, and that's a huge part of this too, and that's a huge motivating factor. They have to bring Trump down because the shit's going to go back the other way. It comes down to this: they either impeach Donald Trump and get him out of office, or it goes back on them and wrecks them. It's a life or death battle for the Democratic Party at this point, and that's the big motivating factor. There's so many fucking facets to this whole thing, and an hour's not enough time to talk about it, and I'm not doing 2 hours. You know, we're going to obviously be talking about this all week long on the page, and we'll do it again, I imagine, next Friday, unless something ridiculous happens in the meantime. It's just such a complex, ridiculous thing, and there's so many things at play. It's just overwhelming. It's so ponderous. And we touched on a lot of them here tonight, but man, there's just so much involved in this shit. We are just about out of time. I'm just going to keep rolling through, see if I missed anybody that I should not have missed. I talked a lot. I want you guys to talk more. Lisa Barley Spring, I don't know anyone on the left who will sit down and listen to anything about Trump, unfortunately. Yeah, they're a rare bird, you know. That's like trying to find like a needle in a stack of needles. A needle in a needle stack. But they're out there. Trust me, they're out there. You'll find them, and it's important. It's worth it. Again, I gotta manifest that into something that I can write and post and make you understand what I'm trying to say. Not you don't understand it. It's not. That's not what I mean. It's me. I just can't get it to sound the way I want it to. I've been struggling with it for like months now, but I'll get that worked out, and we'll talk about that. You know, we'll make that. I don't know. We'll do something with it. But yeah, they're out there. Trust me, Lisa. They are definitely out there. Mary Beth Wagenschutz Kunkel. That's a lot of name, and I don't think I recognize it. And Kunkel I've seen. I don't know. Maybe it's using a different page or something. But hey, anyway, you know Pompeo is being subpoenaed. I did not know that. That could be interesting. It's the first time hearing of it, and I will check that out later when I get home after I fold my laundry and eat. But thanks for bringing that up. And if anybody else knows about it, post it on here, and we'll catch up with it again tomorrow. Susan Levy, we should tell Hillary that she can be president if she throws Bill under the bus for Epstein. Then we renege on it. That's a great plan. I still think the best plan would be for Donald Trump to nominate her to the Supreme Court and then put her through a Kavanaugh hearing. Yeah, that'll end well for Hillary. That ends in an orange jumpsuit, meals on trays, and long nights spooning on a metal cot with a 350-pound armed robber named Big Shirley. That's how that ends for Hillary Clinton. Terry Golden Share, they're making impeachment worthless just as they have by calling racist. That's just what I was saying. You got it. You get it. It's not hard to figure out. It is what it is. And the damage is all intentional. It's scorched earth. It's scorched earth. It's like when they burned fucking 10,000 square miles down south at the end of the Civil War so they couldn't grow things and they would starve to death. That's what we're doing here. That's what this Democratic Party's doing. Just, man, everybody's got to step back because we're heading for some awful, awful shit. So I'm cutting that off now. I don't want to end it like that. So I'm going to wrap it up and say goodnight to everybody. Thank you all once again for coming in here and spending your Friday night with us, easing our way into the weekend. I love every single one of you guys. Check out PCS Memes, the alternative page. Go over there. Click follow. Click see first. Check out PCS on Twitter at Glenn PCS. Check out the Planet Common Sense channel on YouTube. We'll have the show posted tomorrow. Every back episode of PCS Laundry Live is cataloged on the PCS channel on YouTube. You can go back and watch from the beginning to the end. You can binge watch PCS Laundry Live. How awesome would that be? Tell me if you ever do that. That'd be kind of fun. So thanks again to everybody for coming out tonight, helping us dance into the weekend. I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday night and a wonderful weekend. I'll see you on the boards. I love each and every one of you, and I am out.